All right. This is BTC USD. We just hit profit on this trade. So let me do a quick trade recap. Believe in us here. Now Bitcoin. Now the overall Bitcoin is a particular zone. So this zone, let's go to a higher time frame. Yeah, which we hit this particular zone. Let me tilt my phone. Yeah, we hit this particular zone. This particular support zone, right? So price reached this, so we expect a reaction. So that's how this buy came about. Now the sales. Why did I sell? After all, we are buying. So why did I sell? Why did I sell? What was the indication that we were going to sell? Now, if you look at Bitcoin, okay. If you look at the daily time frame, you notice that. Well, what can you notice? Price. Okay, first of all, let's remove all of this. So we'll look at it at first. You will notice that price failed to break above here with a body. Right? So that is an indication that sellers are already entering this market, and there's a high possibility that we would sell. Right? There's a high possibility that we would sell. Right? So this was an indication. So immediately I saw this, I knew that it's time for us to start looking for the sales. We should start anticipating sell moves. Then what I noticed then I went to the hourly time frame. Upon knowing that it's time for the sales, the hourly time frame now provided something for me. Now we're on an uptrend. We're moving up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And all of a sudden, we saw a sudden bearish pressure. That was this guy. This was Friday, 28th November. Around 4 p.m. my time, we saw a very strong bearish pressure that broke two structures. Can you see that? This guy. First break, second break. And I love looking for two breaks before I can confirm a structure shift. If I don't see two break to the downside or to the upside, to the opposite side, I cannot confirm that shift. So we saw two breaks. 1, 2. Immediately, we know that from the strategy I trade, this guy is automatically the key liquidity, because this is the pullback, the first pullback after the structure shift, right? This guy's liquidity, right? Let's target liquidity. Just put in a dollar sign, right? So we have that. So now the point of interest, or the POI, as many might say. Now, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, because that's where I start my POI. On the 4-hour time frame, there's this other block. This whole other block can serve as your POI. But obviously, you cannot have this type of trade, right? You cannot. So then you start refining it. On the 2-hour time frame, you can consider this guy. That is this black other block here. Yeah, you can consider that. So you can see we have shrinked it. On the hourly time frame, you can now consider this other block, this guy. Can you see this? Now the mistake many people would make is using this guy, only him. Yes, on a normal scenario, this guy is the true POI. Is the true one. Is the main POI. Is the other block. But in a case whereby you see a wick like this, accommodate the wick. You understand? Learn to accommodate the wick. Because people that trade key levels, that don't use other blocks or breaker blocks, they trade key levels. They wouldn't mark here. They might start their own POI from here, and their stop loss will be above here. So with experience, you have to learn to accommodate things like that, just to avoid unnecessary losses. So we had that. BTC is dumping, and my target was this liquidity over here. Why did I target that liquidity, you might ask? Because, yeah, obviously, to an extent, I have a feeling that Bitcoin should come all the way down here. This is why I anticipate. This is why I anticipate. Yeah, this was my last stop. If I was to swing this trade, this would be my last stop. And on the daily time frame, I can also decide to end the trade here. On the daily time frame here, this is another nice place to end this trade. But I was looking to just take a sharp day trade. That's why I ended it in the nearest liquidity I could find. That was this guy. So why is that guy liquidity? You know that this here is a what? It's a break of structure, right? And this is more or less like a single candle inducement. So that's why that guy is considered liquidity. So it's just experience that you should know that. So I took my short from here. Once price touched it, stop loss above here, then the take profit here. So it was a quick 1 to 4 trade. That's how I took a trade on Bitcoin today. So that is it, believe.